Welcome to your Midday Sports. We begin with football. The 2030 Men's FIFA World Cup is set to be spread across 6 countries on 3 continents. Spain and Portugal in Europe and Morocco in North Africa will be the main co-hosts. The FIFA Council, which has been discussing a plan to combine rival bids, has said the Spain-Portugal-Morocco bid is the only candidate and that 3 South American countries will host matches. Those nations, Uruguay, Paraguay and Argentina, will get an opening match each to mark 100 years since the first World Cup took place in Uruguay and was won by the host nation. Argentina were runners-up at that tournament, while Paraguay is recognized as the traditional home of CONMEBOL, the South American Confederation. The first game of the tournament will take place in the Uruguayan capital, Montevideo, the city which hosted the first World Cup finals match 93 years ago. Matches in Argentina and Paraguay will follow before the rest of the 48-team tournament moves to North Africa and Europe. The proposal, backed by UEFA, the Confederation of African Football, and the South American CONMEBOL, was accepted by the FIFA Council at a meeting today. It now needs approval by FIFA's Congress. Having secured a semi-final spot in the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup, former Jamaica Premier League champions, defending ISA Manning Cup champions Jamaica College, are on the road for their rematch with Tivoli Gardens in their Group B clash this afternoon. After their initially beating Tivoli 2-0, the Dark Blues lost those 3 points for the use of an ineligible player and were condemned to a 3-0 defeat for that infraction. Tivoli lead the group with 10 points, 1 ahead of Jamaica College. The match kicks off at 3:30, and so too the encounter between Kingston Technical, who are also on 9 points, and Cumberland at the Belchum Oval. In other 3:30 matches, Charlie Smith and Camperdown square off at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex, while Group C leaders Haile Selassie take on Dunoon Technical. Meanwhile, St. George's College carry a 1-0 lead into their match away to Ardennes at 1 p.m. That game was postponed due to lightning. Finally, West Indies women's captain Hayley Matthews expects Australia's bowlers to change their plans and fields, but believes she's in good enough form to counter them as a historic series victory beckons. Thursday's third T20 International in Brisbane will centre on how the home team handled the in-form Matthews, who smashed 11 fours and 3 sixes in her knock of 132 off 64 balls in a record run chase to level the series on Monday. The opener is backing the Caribbean team to win the series.
Obviously, with the series now 1-all, we're just going to go into the next game looking to play our best cricket again. I think we improved really well from the first game and got to this result, and the only thing we can really look to do now is try to get even better at the areas that we didn't do so well in, obviously in a different field as well. So a lot of adjustments might need to be made, but at the same time, like I said at the beginning of the series, we're out for the challenge and not for the fight.
And that's it for your Midday Sports Report. Kelisha, it's back to you.
Thanks, Spencer. And that's the Midday News. I'm Kelisha Williams. Join us at 7 for Primetime News. On behalf of the news, sports and production teams, have a good afternoon.